Hello, scrappers. Karen Mahoney here, and I wanted to talk to you about making an embellishment board, or otherwise known as a belly board, I like to call it. So, and it highlights the sort and stash binder and the fill and file sleeves. And first, I'm going to talk about why I like to use these, because I think it's something that all scrapbookers try to be really good at, which is organization. We struggle. We think we have it down, and then something happens, it's not working. And I think it's good to see how a lot of people, different people do things, but I don't think we all do it the same, and it doesn't work the same for everyone. So see what everybody does, do what works for you. That's all I can say. And this is what works for me, which is why I want to talk about it. So this is the Creative Memories Sort and Stash binder. It is a zip binder. It's a 3-ring inside. So I'm going to open this up. Inside of it, you'll see what I have on this one here. It is filled with fill and file sleeves. Now it comes, I can't remember if it comes with 3 or 4 different fill and file sleeves, but there's a bunch of different types of them, and I'm going to go through the different sizes and what I use them for. You can see here it has the 3-ring binder. Now this is an updated version of the sort and stash binder. The other version had smaller rings. I think they had like 1-inch rings. This is more like a, I don't know what size it is. I can look it up, but maybe 1.5, 2-inch rings. So it holds more, has a deeper pocket here. Let me move this over, a deeper pocket here. It is slightly larger. It's a little bit taller. So it's just, you know, they made their improvements on it, which is really very nice. Now, this particular one, there is one improvement I would like them to do, is I wish they would put a pocket that I could label the outside of it or the front of it. So when it sits on my shelf, I know exactly what's in it. Right now, what I do is I use my, my stickers there, and I title them myself. So this one here, you can see I have celebrations, basic stuff like colors and words. What do I put in it? I put embellishments in it. What type of embellishments? I put stickers in it, borders in it, just basic embellishments. And I'll go through this and kind of show you. I don't want to spend too much time going through my book, but let me just show you the different types there are first. So these are the 4 different types of fill and file sleeves. This one here is the 2.5 by 12-inch size, which is perfect for borders. It's perfect for laser borders. It's really great for a lot of different things, and I'll show you more examples. Each one is double-sided. So this has 4 pockets on one side and another 4 on the other, which is really nice. And it's a really nice way, if you buy a lot of the laser embellishments, they don't get all tangled up. This is a 12 by 12. So if you noticed when I first opened this, this is a laser paper. And actually it's like 3 different ones. These all came together in one kit. This stores really nicely in a 12 by 12 open sleeve, which is really great. So let me see, in that you can see here, that's what these are for. They have my laser papers, and this is what I'm going to show you how to do today. I'm going to show you how to make an embellishment board or a belly board. You can see this is a bunch of embellishments, and I have them in here. Instead of just throwing them all, keeping them all in the plastic, they're displayed nicely, so I know exactly what I have. So not only are things organized by category, but they're also splayed out like this, so I know exactly what I have, and I don't have to remember. Then I will show you, they have a 6 by 12 size pockets, so you have 2 6 by 12s on each side. And this is perfect for these sticker strips that Creative Memory sells. So this is where I put a lot of my sticker strips. So you can see here, this, I put some borders in here because this border was kind of large. I didn't want to put it in the 2.5 by 12 because it was a little too big. So I put it in this size. And here we have lots more stickers. And I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So, and the other size, let me see if I have any in this book. And, you know, I can't honestly remember. I think it's 5.5 by 5.5 squares. There's 4 on one side, 4 on the other. And sometimes I'll use this. Let's see if I can find one in here. I'll use it for maybe a large embellishment that might be about this size. I'll put it in there. If I have a sticker strip that's really kind of used up, I might cut off the waste and just put it in there. Oh, well, here's one right here. I put 2 laser mats in here. I could probably fit some other things up here. Not everything is filled up. Oh, and here you can see this is the laser borders fit into the 2.5 by 12. So you can see how it keeps them nicely spaced. And I just love, look at the borders. See, I have so many borders that I love and I don't want them getting ruined. So this is what I do with them. All right, so I wanted to show you, this is how they come. The sleeves come separately by the size. So this is the 12 by 12 single pocket. They're $9.50, but there's 5 in a package, in each package. So this is the 2.5 by 12, for example. This is the same. So they come in this very boring packaging, but what's inside is amazing. So don't let that boring packaging fool you. There's some amazing stuff in there. And that's how they come. So there's 5 to a package, but each package has 5 of the same. When you buy the sort and stash binder, I believe it has 3 or 4 inside of it already. It comes with it, but they're each a different one. So, so what I want to show you is how I make a belly board. So let's put this aside. And I have a pack of embellishments here. So I'm going to grab a pair of scissors. Okay, so I had to find my repositionable tape, a pair of scissors, my embellishments, and you know all these little fly sheets that come with your packs of paper. The fly sheets used to be more of a stiff cardstock, but now they're a thinner designer paper feel. So I'm going to use this because I'll use this one on a layout. So I'm going to take this fly sheet from the Nordic Winter. I'm going to turn it over. There's a sticker on it, don't know why. And I'm going to open up my pack of embellishments. And I'm not going to need the packaging anymore. But what I am going to do, which is something you can do, you don't have to, but I'm going to show you how I do it. I'm just going to cut off the name of the embellishment pack. I probably don't need the Japanese writing underneath it, so I'll cut that off. And you can see this is the Lots of Love embellishments. So we're using repositionable tape. Not that it matters with this, but I'm going to take this. And if you don't use this, it's fine. You don't always need to know what it is. That's just in case you want to know exactly what collection it goes to. This one doesn't actually have a paper collection that goes with it, so it doesn't really matter, but I'm just going to show you anyways. I tend to start with the bigger pieces. And the only time this can be hard to do is if you have an embellishment that has a reverse side. None of these have a reverse side. They're all just white on the back. And because we're using, oh, let me change this, because we're using repositionable tape, although repositionable tape does get more sturdy, more permanent as time goes on, it's fine, because even if it rips a little bit off the back, you're never going to see it anyway. So I'm going to put some tape on, put that down on the bottom. I'm going to do that with these bigger, larger pieces. These are obviously some little journal boxes that come with this collection, this pack. And then let's see, take this one. And honestly, some of these embellishment packs have so many embellishments that it may even take 2 sheets of paper, and that's fine. So, because you don't really want to squish them up too bad, although as long as you're not putting any adhesive on the front of something. So the adhesive I put on this one is right in the center. So if I covered that a little bit, it wouldn't be the end of the world, but I'm not going to. Not at that point yet where I feel like I need to do that. So I'm just going to go through and I'm going to put all of these on here. I think I should be able to fit them all on one. You can see I have a bunch of little pieces, so I'm going to just fit them in the little corners where I can, so I can fit on as much as possible. And I love to do this because it really, really makes my life so much easier. Because the way I organize my my binders is I have, and of course it depends on how much of everything you have. Like I have a ton of winter and a ton of fall. So I did have a binder that just was seasons, but I found it was too full. So I separated spring and summer in one, and I have fall and winter in the other. And so I know if I'm doing a layout where I need a fall theme, I can open up my binder, see what I've got. Sometimes it reminds me of a paper that I have that goes with it when I look at the embellishments, which I really like. And it's like, oh yeah, I'm going to use that. Or I could make a layout with some fall papers I have, and then later, once I'm at the end and want to embellish it, I go into my binder and I go look under fall, and I've got all my embellishments right there. So I really, really, really love it. Let's see, where am I going to put this? So it just makes scrapbooking quicker, more organized. And I'll tell you what it's really awesome for. It's really great if you are somebody that likes to go to retreats or crops and scrapbook outside of your home. So I know I try to be somewhat organized and know what type of photos I'm scrapping. So if I know I have one binder that's all like kid stuff, because I do a lot of my grandkids' books. I'll just grab that whole binder and bring it with me, and I know I'm good to go. So I grab all my kid-related papers, and which I have organized in a different way, which I can show you in another video. And I just grab and go. It's great. I don't even have to think about it. I know if I grab the kid binder, and my kid binder is labeled baby, kid, school, zoo, and pets. That's what I have all in the same binder. It's a large binder. And I know I'm going to grab that, and it has everything except for the paper that I need. And then I can just grab my collections, my paper collections that are labeled pretty much the same way. Because if you kind of stick with the same type of labeling, you should be able to organize everything that same way. It makes it much easier. So I tend to label by seasons. I label by holiday. I label, like I said, kids, baby, that stuff. The one that I'm working in now is kind of like your basics, kind of like home and, collections that are just certain colors are kind of together. So, something that's maybe not as themed are all together. So you can see I'm almost done with this. And then I'll show you what I do with it when I'm done. So it just makes your life so much easier. And honestly, like I said, do what works for you. If this is not going to work for you, then you shouldn't do it. Don't spend the money if it's not going to help you in the end. But this definitely works for me. And I think everybody should share what works for them, because you never know, it could help somebody else. And believe me, I've tried a million different ways to organize. So, and bought a lot of things to organize that I just didn't end up using. So that's all the embellishments for this. So this is going to go into this binder. Open this up again. I kind of lagged it in here. There it is. Where I'm going to put it. I've got birthday stuff in here, so it's like celebrations. So this is a whole birthday page that I have. I've decided I was going to put this into celebrations because it has happy, best day, good times, whatever. So there's a lot of basic stuff in here as well. So I thought it would go well in here. You know, if I end up getting too much of like birthday, maybe it will get its own binder, maybe not. But so, and then I'm just going to keep that in here. And let me just show you, see, I've got more. I know exactly what I have. See, here's one. This one's waiting for another pack. I know I have this pack of Football Fever, but I would not be putting it in this binder. I would either be putting it in the kids stuff because I don't really have enough sports stuff that I need. It needs its own binder or its own section. So if I was going to use this, it would be for one of the grandkids or my nephew. It's probably going to be used for my nephew. So. But I'm probably using it soon, so I may not even put it in. It's probably all going to go towards him. So anyway, so this is, and you can see this is different things too, like these 5x5s. I put these cards in that people had made me because I'm probably going to use them in a layout. Move this over. Could possibly use that in a layout, but here you go. Words. How many people have all these words and they get all tangled up and they get ruined when you try to reach into that bag and get the word that you want? Well, this is a perfect way to do it. And what I would suggest, if you do have one with words and you need to take one off, sometimes they're really thin and you don't want to just pull it up in case it's kind of stuck. Use your multi-purpose tool to get it up so you don't ruin your, it should come up no problem, but you don't want to rip it in the process. So you want to just kind of ease it up with your multi-purpose tool. That would be my suggestion for that. Also, it's another thing you can do. See this here? This is the sticker one. So I just cut a 5.5 inch strip, 5.5 by 12. And I had some words that, you know, there wasn't that many left. So I didn't need a whole sheet to use. So I just put them on that. And then I can either put a sticker strip here, or if I have something else, a smaller pack of embellishments, I can put that there as well. Because there's lots of those like little mini embellishment packs that you could put in, but it doesn't need its own 12 by 12 space. So you could either put it on this or put it on the 5.5 by 5.5 space. So that is it. If you have any questions, feel free to comment on this video and I will try to answer it the best I can. But have fun. Bye.